Why do lawyers use whereas and wherefore in contracts? My legal brethren aren't going to like the answer to this. Stick around and I'll tell you what it is. Hi everyone, Simon here from the Contract Company. Contracts, it's what we do all day, every day, and sometimes overnight. Lucky us. So, why do lawyers use whereas and wherefore and other terms like that in a contract? Basically because they're idiots. No, I'm not. That's harsh. Not because they're idiots. It's because they're using a template, a precedent document that's been set up with those words in there. That to me is the only reason that people use it. There is no legally binding or valid reason as to why those words have to be used. They just seem to be used by way of, as a tradition. I've never drafted a contract with those words in there. Often I will see contracts from another side, and if those words are in there, I will just leave them in there because there's no point changing them, because the more you change a contract, you just run the risk of aggravating the other side. But I will never draft a contract, and I've never drafted a contract with, whereas, wherefore, and all that sort of stuff in there. It's just ridiculous. You just don't need to. It doesn't add to clarity, which is what a contract is all about. It actually detracts from clarity and makes things harder to understand. You often see US contracts with that sort of language in there, and in fact I saw one US contract that had one sentence that ran for about 55 lines, 56 lines. So 56 lines of text was one sentence. Couldn't understand it, so I don't know what was in there for. Anyway, so whereas and wherefore, they shouldn't be in there. You don't need them. There's no legally binding reason why they're in there. I think it's just because the precedent that's been used in that scenario was set up with those words in there and no one's bothered to change them. That's what I reckon anyway. Simon at thecontractcompany.com.au if you've got any questions, or 1-800-355-455. Thanks very much.